All right, let's talk LinkedIn. And here's the thing, there are some posting tips you need to know because you're probably not doing them. LinkedIn is not just where you leave your resume anymore, it is so much more. So we've got Kaylee Pear, founder of Paired Up, Valerie Johnson with Paired Up here as well. I'm Kara. I'm going to be facilitating the conversation today about LinkedIn posting tips. So listen, ladies, let's talk LinkedIn.
I love
Um,
LinkedIn.
yeah, I mean, it's really shifted in the last 2 years, Kaylee.
Yeah, and I also think people are figuring out a way to utilize it. Before it was like, hey, do you have a LinkedIn? And I mean, mine was a sleepy platform for many, many, many years where I just had my profile and it wasn't updated. It just had a resume that wasn't updated either. And now it's more of a not just a resume, but where to build relationships. And actually, a lot of B2B marketing is done on LinkedIn, and where you can really become the expert. When we talk about showcasing your business on the different platforms, this is a real big deal on LinkedIn, is being the expert, being a place where people can come and learn from you, and then they'll want to work with you because you've been giving them information and tips and help, and that's really the strategy.
Well, let's start with our first one here. Encourage employee posting and sharing.
Yeah, so
No brainer here.
this is a
Yes.
no-brainer, but it's really difficult. I mean, this is one of the hardest. I mean, it seems again like it would be the easiest, but it's one of the hardest to get your employees to be active in your social media. But if your own employees and your own team members are not involved, how can you expect other people to be involved, right? So when you're on LinkedIn, when your company has a post, making sure they're commenting on it and sharing it to their platform. I mean, they've obviously got to care about what you do to be working there. I mean,
Even if it's even if it's just like I totally agree with your post or something like that, just like the simplest thing, like that would help.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. Even just like a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like
That's all it
goes
needs.
a long way.
Yeah.
So I mean, and not every post is going. The way that I kind of explain it to some of our clients is, hey, when a post has something to do with what you do for the company, it's a no-brainer. Please share it. Now, if it doesn't really have anything to do with what you do for the company, then yeah, maybe hit the like button, maybe say something, but you don't need to share it per se. But getting your employees involved is the hardest, but the best thing to do.
All right, our next LinkedIn posting tip. It can be a little longer. You don't have to be, super tight necessarily, but reminder, it'll be cut off at 140 characters in the mobile app. So I know that it can be longer. Where do you guys stand on long and short? I know that it seems like our attention spans are getting shorter. Any thoughts?
What do you think, Valerie?
I think it's different for all platforms, but for LinkedIn, I think longer just because of articles. I use articles a lot for LinkedIn. So I'll do like an article post about like a travel trip or something like that. And I'm not talking like pages, I'm just talking about like one page. But for LinkedIn, I would think longer. But for other stuff like Instagram, you want to do short clips right now for reels. So it just kind of depends.
I would have to piggyback off of that with Valerie in regards to, like, if you're going to do, again, it's all about strategy. So, doing an article where you want to have a little bit more meat, and then the post that you do on another day of the week, maybe it's a little shorter of a caption, so I think you just kind of have to, there's no, again, one size fits all. I'm not going to sit here and say, do not do this, because that's not how social media works. I mean, it could work one way one day and then not the next. So I say you kind of decide what the topic is about and how you should go about posting it.
Okay, the next tip here. LinkedIn advises organizations post at least weekly. They get two times more engagement than those that don't. And twice posting at least weekly is pretty minimum, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. Like, really, that's not a lot. I mean, in regards to our LinkedIn strategy for our clients, we are doing one article a week, and then we do maybe two other posts along with that. So, LinkedIn isn't really like a 5-day a week type platform, but still making sure you're doing at least 2 to 3 days a week is going to be really important, and engaging. Like, again, like, the biggest thing that, I can say to you guys who maybe at home do it yourself, and don't have somebody like us doing it for you, you gotta be engaged. You have to be engaged. You know, like you can't just post and then like not be there. You have to respond back to the people and even engage with their stuff. It's a community. It's all about community. And this platform, LinkedIn, is no different. It's actually more of a community than some of the other ones.
Okay,
Even like
oh, go ahead, Valerie.
Sorry. I would suggest also like even just going to like different companies and like your competitors and seeing like who follows them and whatnot and going through their stuff and maybe following them or liking one of their posts. That then is going to bring them to your page. And hey, you might have just taken one of their customers. So who knows?
Stalking at its finest.
Mhm.
Spicy there. Okay, the next one here, hashtags. They are welcome. And I know that this has been a thing right now where like Facebook, you're not really doing hashtags anymore. And are you looking at doing IG style hashtags, or are you just doing a couple?
Again, I think this is a very much based off of how you feel about it. I think Instagram, it's more beneficial to have them more because it's just, if not, missed opportunity. But I think LinkedIn, a few is fine. Being strategic on, you want to think about who you're trying to reach when you're looking at those hashtags, though. So you're not hashtagging about what, you know, your post is necessarily about so much, maybe one hashtag about that, but you want to hashtag who you're trying to reach. So if you're doing a post, like let's say we're doing a post on social media with LinkedIn, you would put, you know, hashtag, you know, business owners, hashtag, you know, that, you know, something like that to be able to reach some of those people.
Okay, next tip up here, video. I mean, I feel like Haley's rolling her eyes right now. Performing content type is the best. Video, that's everywhere. It actually drives 5 times more engagement than any other content type in the app and 20 times more shares. A live stream generates 24 times more engagement. So that is bananas.
I just want you to put that back up and we're just gonna sit there in silence for a second and let people.
Okay, everyone.
Crazy. 24 times more.
Like nobody needs to even say anything. You're just like, just read the graphic.
And all you have to do is just go live and clean your house. No, I'm just joking.
Seriously, I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but like this is all you need to know right here. Video, 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 and live stream. And again, there are applications like the one we're using right now that allow you to tape if you don't have time to go live and act like you're live. Like find ways to do that. Okay, like you know, shocker, we're not live right now. You know, but you know, because as a business owner, you do not have time to be like, hey, I'm going to be live. Now, every once in a while, going live is really beneficial, so you can actually engage with the comments in real time. But sometimes that's not conducive all the time. So doing live streams like this and then having them go out later is really important. So having that strategy set up, and we help with that. So, you know, if you're struggling with coming up with those ideas for our clients, we come up with the ideas and we help set them up. And we do a day where we shoot 4 or 5 at one time, and then we schedule them out through the course of a couple months. And then you don't have to see me again for a while. It's a really beautiful relationship. You know, so I mean, you can always go to our website, pairedupsocial.com, if you want more information on that, because we take care of all that for you and it makes it really easy. But that needs to happen on LinkedIn. It honestly needs to happen on several platforms, but live webinars is key on LinkedIn.
Okay. And our next and last tip, Sprout Social. This is a research from them, an analysis from them, best posting times, which I think is important. Tuesday and Thursday between 10 and noon.
I think that's pretty solid. I do want, you know, people watching this to know, like, again, this is no one size like fits all. I know I say it. I really should just make shirts that have that on there, which would make sense because one size fits, you know. Anyway, but like,
how about I put here no mandates?
No mandates. Like
I'm gonna put exclamations and add this.
Yeah, like social media isn't like a, hey, let's get a I'm gonna print out this sheet of paper that's got all of the details on it and then you just follow this. No, that's not how this works. Your insights. We talked about this in the previous video of really looking at your insights to know when your people, when your customers, when your fan base, when your followers are active. And that's when you're going to want to make sure that you're doing these. So that's a I have clients all the time that say, hey, so when do most people do this? Now there's a guide, yeah, but we got to figure out what yours is. That's why we don't do any of that until we've worked with somebody for a couple of months and we can see when they're, after consistent posting, when their people are active.
All right. So there
This is a
are
good
you.
one. This is
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I agree. I'm glad I left that up there loud and proud.
exclamation point.
Okay, so you, as always, you can always find Kaylee on any of the social platforms we've talked about. But if you'd like to reach out, this is a great way to kind of get more of some tailored information for you. Kaylee, let's talk about that.
Yeah, you can go to our website, pairedupsocial.com. We have a contact us button. You can just email us, and then we can set up a time to chat and kind of go over what your business is like, what you're looking for. Can we help you? What can we help you with? And what does that look like price-wise? I don't have like a pricing sheet where I say this is how much these things cost, because really I like to make it work with the business. Okay. So I like to talk, I like to tailor it and see what we can do to help you. So again, pairedupsocial.com, and of course, any of the social platforms.
All right, Valerie, Kaylee, see you at the next one.